Spring. Day 7. Shrewsbury to Liebertwood. Route: Shrewsbury, Bayston Hill, Condover, Dorrington, Liebertwood. County: Shropshire. Distance: 23.27 kilometres. For the past 3 nights, I have stayed in 3 different hotels in Shrewsbury: the Shrewsbury Hotel, the Old Bell, and the Bull Inn. As I hadn't walked this weekend, I thought that my legs would be fresh, and it wouldn't take too long to settle back into a rhythm. Oh, how I was wrong. I thought that 2 days would have been enough for my muscles to have repaired themselves and to now comfortably walking through the Shropshire hills. I even spoke to Dad about there being good pain and bad pain. Turns out I was mistaken. This wasn't that good kind of muscle tingling pain. This was that big old painful knot in my left-hand shoulder blade. Maybe I was a bit hasty in my thinking that I would have gained the upper body strength to carry this huge bag within the space of a week. As I was well rested, this did mean that I left the hotel in good time though. Just before 7 this morning, I left Shrewsbury via Kingsland Bridge and joined the Shropshire Way. The Shropshire Way is a long-distance path of some 200 miles, covering not only the wonderful Shropshire Hills in the south, but also some of the historic towns and unique natural features in the north of the county. Extract from shropshireway.org.uk. I headed south along the Shropshire Way towards Bayston Hill and passing through Muir Brace. I wasn't enjoying this at all. My bag just felt heavy. On the approach to Bayston Hill, I took a public footpath through Pulley Farm. As I was coming to the end of the path, an elderly man walked past. He could probably sense that most of my energy was focused on putting one foot in front of the other, and so, instead of stopping to chat, he offered some kind words. "Phew, that bag is quite a weight. Stop and take a rest at the Kissing Gate." I didn't rest at the Kissing Gate, but when I got onto the road, I took a right-hand turn and came to a one-stop. There was a bench outside, which I took advantage of, and felt a little bit better. I was struggling to find the gratitude today. At Left Hill Country Park, the contours on the map show a gradual incline. The Shropshire Hills began to open out in front of me, and I could see the Longmynd and Wenlock Edge. Something in the disgruntled way that I felt today began to shift, but not for long. I had planned to get to Little Stretton, just south of Church Stretton, by the end of the day. However, I had only gone 4 or so miles this morning, and the day was a struggle. I knew that I couldn't walk that far today. If I was going to get to Church Stretton by the end of the day, I at least wanted to get to Liebertwood. A quick Google search told me there was a campsite at Church Farm. I tucked into 2 Snickers and a banana to give me that much-needed energy boost, but that was short-lived. At Dorrington, I came to a memorial park, slumped on the bench, and ate an entire soaring malt loaf. This didn't make me feel any better. With a fibrous, fruity lump in my stomach, I then trudged out of Dorrington along the A49. I then doubled back and stopped off at the Dorrington village stores. In an attempt to rectify my gluttony, I picked up some healthy supplies for tea: a hearty, vibrant and flavoursome 3-bean salad, and a tin of sardines for breakfast. Not particularly wanting to walk along the A roads, I took the public footpath behind the village stores, crossed the railway line, and followed the back roads from Dorrington through to Longnaw. I passed by a Muller farm, and the cows looked just as shiny as they did on the adverts. To get to Liebertwood, I took a right-hand turn at Isers Wood and passed a small memorial wood which was planted as a gift in 1965. At Liebertwood, I came to the Pound Inn pub and ordered an Americano coffee. While sipping on my coffee and eating Lotus biscuits, I didn't do my usual nightly admin tasks, such as uploading the routes and planning tomorrow, but instead Googled long-distance hiking trolley. There were lots of options, from pull-along 4-wheel camping carts through to hipster, hands-free travel carts. Sticking to the lowlands and road walking felt preferable right now. When the barmaid came back over, I asked for the local campsite. She proceeded to tell me that there was one much closer than I thought. This was music to my ears. "As it happens," she said, "there is one next door." She went on to say, "It's an adults-only site." I called my sister and told her about my day. She then insisted on driving all the way from Ludlow to the campsite with a kebab and chips. I told her about my plans to get a trolley, but she didn't think this was a good idea and forced me to downsize instead. She confiscated all the items deemed unessential, This included sandals, a woolly hat, walking poles, kneeling mat, a side bag, a phone case, thermals, winter trousers, and waterproofing spray. I spoke to my friend Selena this evening and went through my reasons for doing the walk. One main reason was to engage with the landscape and not zoom through it. So perhaps by not turning the day into a torture fest and not reaching Little Stretton tonight, it wasn't such a bad thing. Distance 23.27 kilometres. Total 127.35 kilometres.